Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so today I woke up this morning and I was reading the comments on my last video, and I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much. Um, when you see a video on YouTube and it totally hits, or it's like synchronistic and you're like, yes, yes, I think that's a sign. Oh, sorry. The universe is talking to you, confirming for you that what you're doing, you're on point. When I read your comments and I have people telling me things that it's obvious they know what I'm talking about, or they know what you're talking about. I'm like, yes, yes. Okay, it's the same. It's because I still forget, that I'm not alone, even though I'm here saying, oh, we're not alone. But in your daily life, there's nobody else like you, right? I still have yet to meet someone in real life that I can talk to about this kind of thing and without having to explain it. So thank you so much for being here with me. It makes me feel so good. But all right, so today I want to talk about, what does it mean to give your life to God or to the universe? What does that mean? Because it sounds like you're just being pious, right? Or pompous. I gave my life to God. But no, it's really true. And it's not something I ever thought I would be saying. I I am not religious. And that's where you hear that in like religious circles. Okay, I grew up Catholic, and that made me not want to be Catholic so hard. Okay, I went to Catholic school and they just like shove it down your throat, and you're like, ugh, like I don't know. Okay, they've bastardized the true meaning of Christ consciousness and what he was actually trying to teach people. Right? They just use it to control the masses, and it's not cool. But now that we have discovered our spiritual sovereignty, right? We're learning that, or I'm learning that scripture, it can actually, we can still use it in the way that it was meant to be understood, right? So, chosen ones, we give our lives to God. And like I said in my last video, it means doing what the universe tells you to do. And it's actually pretty simple, right? It's not easy, but it's simple. It's all it is following your intuition, listening to your conscience. That's it. That's all you have to do to give your life to God. It, you don't have to go live in a monastery, or even though that actually seems nice. You end up being called into isolation, and it's actually a blessing. All right, so okay, so like some of the things I've had to give up, right? One is you get called into isolation, and it's not something that you set forth to do, like, oh, I want to be spiritual, I want to be a monk, so I'm going to go move to Tibet. Some people do that, right? They're searching for something. Okay, no, 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 no. I mean, that's okay. I'm not judging that those people. But chosen ones, no, no. You need to be alone. And um so you will get isolated. Okay, leaders leaders of the pack, we get isolated from the pack, right? You're not with the herd anymore. You got to get taken aside to learn how to be a leader. To look, Jesus, right? He went off on his own for like years. He goes from being 12 to like 30s. I should know more about the Bible. But right, there's that whole missing chunk where he leaves because he's learning all the things he needs to know about spirituality. Sorry, I don't know, my mind's blanking out right now. But yeah, so first, God, the universe will separate us, and that looks like, I don't know, you just people leaving your life. Like during my first spiritual awakening, um, right? You find out you've got all these things going on in your head and in your spirit, and you're not connecting with people anymore, or you try to talk about it and no one understands what you're talking about. So you feel isolated, and then you just stop hanging out with people. You just can't do it. But also you feel like I need peace and quiet, right? Like you're used to being constantly stimulated, constantly around people, and then all of a sudden it's just like me. I went through a phase where I got called to stay home and just sit in bed and stare out the window like all day. And like I would like put my earphones on, listen to something, and I just like, you know what, I'm gonna take these off. And it feels so good just to have nothing happening. And again, I didn't set out to do that. I'd be like, I think I need to go sit alone by myself. You know, it's like it's the only thing that brings you peace, that makes you feel good. So yeah, for like a month or 2 months, every day I had a day off, I would just sit in bed and stare out the window and nothing. I guess that's like a meditation, right? But and I mean, you get messages, you have thoughts, but it's just you with yourself. Okay? And you go through phases, right? You go through like a social phase where you come back out and then you go back into hermit mode. Um, but as you go up the spiral, you eventually get to a point where you're like, I can't with any toxic people or any toxic energy. Um, I want to be alone, and this feels good. So in a way, you gave up your social circle, right? You gave up your family. I gave up my family, and because they were all toxic, and it I don't know if it's going to be forever. It depends on if they heal or not. But when you're married to your purpose, you have to you have to give up the things that are toxic, that are not serving you, that are trying to hold you back, that are polluting your your atmosphere. Okay, so another thing we get called to give up is sex, right? And again, it's not on the quest to become a chosen one that we're like, I'm going to renounce sex because that's not good. No, 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 no. I got nudged. I got nudged. Okay, like um, as I'm sure you guys have to like. I wasn't ready to give up sex. I was still dating people who were not on the level. Okay, just gonna be honest. And I kid you not, there were like maybe 5 people I tried to be with, all in succession, up until the point I am at now, that something went wrong. Okay, I'll tell you because it's kind of funny. So one person who was like totally riddled with demons, um, we tried to, and the last time we tried to engage, he finished before we even got started. Okay, I'm like, what? Nothing even happened. Okay, the universe is like, no, no, no. You are not gonna mix your sexual, and you're not gonna share your sexual energy with this guy. Okay, so I stopped trying to see that guy, and that's pretty obvious. And then another person who, I was engaging with, we were kissing. I got instructed to. I wanted to do this at first, and then once I was doing it, I was like, the universe is like, no, 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 don't do this, don't do this, go to sleep. Okay, so the universe directed me, commanded me to go to sleep. So I went to sleep, so nothing could happen. Okay, and then another person after that, who I did want to engage with. I invited him over. We were having fun, um, and again we were kissing in bed, and then we both just fell asleep. We both just fell asleep. He fell asleep. I fell asleep. I opened my eyes in the morning. I'm like, really, universe? Really? Okay, okay. I'm not going to try to make it happen. So I put him in a cat, or he left. And then another person who, I went to go hang out with him, and it just wouldn't, it just wouldn't happen. It wouldn't, we were trying and it wasn't happening. So I just went to sleep again. Um, and then another person, okay, another person after that, um, oh, this light just changed on me. Oh, that's so strange. Okay, the ring light just changed colors on me. But another person after that, I had been dating him for a while, and then he got some mystery, I don't know, not an STD, but infection or something with his package down there, and we couldn't, we couldn't, hook up anymore. And then he just like faded out of my life. And so I was like, okay, universe. And I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't even really feeling any of those people like to begin with. I was just trying to do this because I thought this is what people do when they're dating, filling a void. Or I mean, I didn't really have a void. It's just something that thought that you do, that you enjoy as being an adult. But I wasn't even really into these people. And so I was like, okay, all right, universe, roger that, like loud and clear. I don't even need to have sex anymore. And since since then, my creativity has sparked like a million fold. And you don't even you don't even get the sexual urges anymore because all your energy is being used to like create these YouTube videos, to meditate, to put back into yourself so that you can reach your highest potential. And I mean, I know that one day I'll meet someone who is worthy of me, who I love, and then I can enjoy that. But if my calling is to just preserve all my energy and keep it pure from like sexually transmitted demons, then I'm going to do that. And I'm enjoying myself. I love me. I love me. I don't want to share my energy with anyone. And so he takes the demon of lust away from you. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. I'm someone in a million years who've never would have thought that I don't need sex. You don't need it. It's beautiful, it's wonderful, but it's not where it's at right now. I'm not of my flesh in that way anymore. Um, what else? Okay, what else do we give up? Okay, so yeah, you give up. I gave up my social life, but again, it's not really giving up because all the people I used to hang out with were very, very low vibrational, and you're lowering your vibration in order to be around them, in order to connect with them, in order to enjoy them, right? So yeah, you don't need these people. So we're not giving it up really. We're not losing these things. And you have to get to a point where you can see that because at first it feels like you're losing who you are. But after a while, you are so blessed to be preserving your energy and not being involved with people who try to stomp your light out and steal it for themselves. You know what else you give up? Like gossiping or indulging in your shadow, like because it feels so good to be good. Okay, the light just changed again. I don't know why it keeps doing that, but right. So to an outsider, it looks like we have to give up so much and sacrifice. Like my family felt like a sacrifice, but they were hurting me. They all treated me like I wasn't worthy, and they all wanted to steal my energy from me because they don't feel good about themselves. So, no, you take all that away, and you're living like a monk or a nun, celibate. And but it's because at first you don't want to, but then afterwards you realize like this is the best. This is the best. This is the strongest, most powerful, most fulfilled I have ever been. And you need that space all to yourself in order to do the work. To when I make these videos, if I had a boyfriend or oh, that's another thing. Sorry, another thing that we give up, right? Are is a personal romantic relationship. Like I'm not, there was a point in my life where everyone thinks that you need that. That is the mark of a successful life, when you find somebody to love and share your life with them. And I know I'm going to have that later, okay? But so for now, I'm not looking for that. I don't want that. Um, and you know, you are whole. You're on your own. You're the emperor or the empress on your own, okay? And yes, you give it up to the Lord. You say, okay, if that's not what you want for me right now, then I don't need that. I'm going to stop trying to make these squares or circles fit into square holes, or no, you know what I mean? You surrender, okay? That is what chosen ones do. What we give up, we surrender everything that we thought we wanted, okay? And we just tell the universe, I trust you. I trust you. I have faith in where you're leading me, okay? And this is what people, oh, okay, sorry, another one, okay, that we give up is the chase, the paper chase, the rat race, right? Because I'm not saying that we're meant to be poor. No, no. No, we get rewarded with abundance for following the Lord, for following God's plan, okay? We've given up the egoic need to beat the Joneses, or to keep up with the Joneses. Oh my God. To have material accolades to prove ourselves to ourselves that we're worthy, and we stop trying to be better than other people, because we know how abundant we are spiritually. And I don't post it, but like, you don't brag about it when you do get a huge windfall of abundance, right? We don't post it. We don't brag about it, but we got that. Oh my God. This light keeps changing. We got it like that because we stopped chasing it. Okay. And in times when we may not have everything that we would love to have materially, we still know and still experience that everything we need, everything required for us to do our work and to be happy, and to, every need that we have is always met. I don't ever doubt, like the universe is like, it's like Siri. It's like when I had to vacate the place I was living, I'm like, all right, Siri, all right, universe, I'm gonna need another place to live, right? You got that? Okay. And you don't worry about it. And it just shows up, right? It's like, Siri, play like play this song for me, and it comes on. That's what it's like. Okay, so we give up the paper chase, and we get rewarded for doing the work. Okay? And that's another thing. When you surrender to the universe, you surrender your ego, and you move into your heart space, and you operate out of your heart center in Christ consciousness. Your ego gets rewarded also. It's a byproduct. It has to, and it does. So, but people want to bypass. They want to bypass this, the Christ consciousness part, the loving part, and they just want to go straight toward, or they just want to stay in the matrix, and they're never going to get fulfilled that way. But yeah, we give up. No, I'm sorry. I keep saying it like that. We don't give that up. We 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 surrender to the universe, and we get everything that we didn't know was going to make us happy. Right? I'm right. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir, right? Tell me what you gave up, or what you had to lose. Okay, and that is us walking through the fire. Okay, like being stripped of our ego, being stripped of everything. Oh, okay, what else? We've also had to lose all our belongings at one point, right? Everything. When you go to rock bottom and you have nothing. Several times I've had to lose everything. Like when I stopped being an escort, um, I only had the clothes in my suitcase, and I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Um, when I left my narcissist, I I had to leave everything behind. I could only take with me what would fit in my car, and this was a lot of material wealth that I had accumulated. Okay, that I put my blood, sweat, and tears into accumulating these things. You had to let it go. All right, And then when I moved back from Las Vegas to Hawaii, again, I only had a suitcase, maybe two suitcases, okay? And so we we literally give up everything, everything. But but God, the universe replenishes us tenfold, a hundredfold, even better than what we've had before. Okay, so it's not giving up something, but okay, people who want to be us, um, you gotta walk the talk, all right? And yeah, they don't do that. So okay, that was fun. Guys, thanks again for joining me, and I love you. Have a nice day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.